Going into 2020, in terms of CPUs, does Intel even stand a chance, or have they really lost the game to AMD? Well, let's talk about it. Hey guys, Tiago with Classical Technology here. Thank you for joining me again for another video. Please subscribe if you like my content, smash that like button, leave a comment below. I want to know what you guys in 2020, if Intel even has a chance. I know most of us are using AMD nowadays, but Intel is a large company. They've had great CPUs in the past. So do you think they're going to make a comeback? Let me know down below. So basically all of 2019 was an absolute mess for Intel. Now, they didn't necessarily have bad CPUs. I mean, the 9900K is a fantastic gaming CPU, but the problem here is they just didn't have anything new, and when AMD Ryzen came out with their 3000 series, it basically just crushed all of the competition. When AMD is presenting threats like the 3600, 3900X and the 3950X, I mean, and every single price point they have something to match or beat Intel. That's pretty hard to beat. I mean, the 3600 almost equals an 8700K, which was the previous mainstream king for not only gaming but also multi-threaded content creation on mainstream platforms. Now the 3600 is well under $200. I think I even saw it recently for like $160 or $170 at Micro Center, which is really pretty crazy because that's a fantastic value. That shows you how much the CPU game has changed. So in 2020, does Intel even stand a chance? Now, sticking with the current lineup, they really don't stand a chance at all. I mean, the 3900X, what really does Intel have to beat that? Even their newly released 10 series for the X299 platform, such as the 10920X, which is a 12-core processor, it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's more expensive than the AMD 3900X, and the 3900X just beats it in everyday performance and multi-threaded tasks and even in gaming. And we don't even really have to talk about the 3950X, which is an absolute beast, and that also seems to beat the Intel 18 core, which is a bit more expensive, and it used to be sort of the top dog last year as the 9980XE at almost $2,000. So now for Intel to be able to compete and even maybe get close to AMD again, I don't think they're going to be able to beat them in 2020, but for them to gain back some of that market share and gain back some of that enthusiast mind share, which is really important in terms of their influence in the gaming space. I mean, if you go on any forum on Reddit and you ask, what CPU should I get? Almost nobody mentions Intel, aside from maybe, a 9900K when they say for gaming, this or that. But generally, I'd say it's like 98% AMD, and the sales figures also show it. So for Intel to be able to really be competitive in 2020, their 10 series mainstream platform is going to have to be very, very good. I mean, right now, it's still pretty early. We don't really have too much information. There have been a couple of leaks of a few of the processors in the new 10 series mainstream lineup. Now, this is different than the X299 platform. This is most likely going to be a 490 platform, which I think you're probably going to need a new motherboard. But there's been a leak about the new mainstream high-end chip from Intel, which is going to be the 10900. Now, this is going to be a 10-core CPU as opposed to the 9900K, which was 8 cores, 16 threads. So this is going to be 10 cores, 20 threads, and AMD, while they don't have a 10 core, they do have the 12 core in the 3900X in the mainstream platform, which is only $500. So for Intel to be competitive with a 10 core processor, it's going to have to be priced really nicely. I think it has to be at the very minimum the same price that the 9900K is today. And according to some of the leaks, some of the boost clocks are really impressive. Apparently, it's going to be able to hit 5.3 gigahertz and what they're calling like a thermal velocity, almost like a turbo boost. So that's extremely impressive. So that's going to be almost like a 9900K on steroids. Apparently, if the leaks are borne out to be true, which a lot of times they rarely are, it's saying it may have around 30% better multi-threaded performance than the current 9900K. If that's the case, that's really impressive. And if Intel could price these really competitively, while they're not going to beat AMD anytime soon, that's definitely going to buy them a little more credibility in sort of that enthusiast market. Because at least if people see a 10-core CPU that has really good multi-threaded performance, as well as blazing gaming performance, like a 5.3 gigahertz thermal velocity boost, that may sway, I think, more people from absolutely jumping ship to AMD, because if they don't have something like this, 2020 is just going to be a continuation of what happened in 2019. So I am looking forward to 2020, not only what Intel is going to bring with the new 10 series mainstream CPUs, but also what AMD is going to respond with. Remember, their Ryzen 4000 series CPUs are slated to be released in 2020. And of course, these are going to be sort of the response to the Intel mainstream platform. So as we've seen in the past, Intel releases something and it gets a lukewarm response from gamers, enthusiasts, and the media. AMD releases something and it gets an amazing response. So we'll see if this trend continues. But as excited as I am for this CPU battle to continue, I know that Intel's 10-core CPU is going to have to be really amazing and priced really, really well for it to even be relevant in the market, because it's going to have to compete not only with the current AMD Ryzen CPUs, such as the 12-core and even the 16-core, it's also going to have to compete with whatever Ryzen 4000 brings, which definitely is going to be better multi-threaded performance and better boost clocks, because they've been getting better and better in terms of their gaming performance. So we're going to have to see what happens, but 2020 looks like it's going to continue to be a very exciting year for the CPUs. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. Remember to subscribe, smash that like button, leave a comment below. I want to know what you guys think about CPUs in 2020. Do you think Intel has a chance or not really? Alright, I'll see you guys on the next video.